It's a beautiful day to be alive. Wouldn't you agree? Can't take life for granted, baby. It's beautiful. Knowledge is power. Health is wealth. And when you look good, you feel good. Right? Got check records. Let's go.
I just left the dot, got checked, I feel good. It feel good, don't it? I just left my job, got my check, I feel good. It feel good, don't it? We gon' celebrate from now until your kids grow. When I see you, girl, this better be your ringtone. Go and get your favorite dress and throw your heels on. Tell the DJ that you wanna hear a real song. Cause it make me feel good, don't it? I said, yeah, good, don't it? It's time we all think bigger from the start. Come here, let me tie this pink ribbon to your heart. You see all these men, women, and children in the park having different type of talks. This a different type of walk. Hey, today we came to spread awareness. And show love to the strong and the fearless. For the son out there working for his mom. For the dad who shaved his head and took his daughter to the prom. We ain't judging, you got your breast done. Our only concern is you got checked done. She ain't worried, it's just the left one. She's still saving up money to get the next one. Got my test back, no STDs. Don't kill my vibe, don't stress me, please. Call your homegirl, let's me wheeze out the South Beach and get some of that jet ski breeze. Got my blood work back and I'm cancer free. Thank God he know it running my family. We gon' keep fighting back until that cancer beat. And I'm just trying to take your mind off and dance with me. I just left the dot, got checked, I feel good. It feel good, don't it? I just left my job, got my check, I feel good. It feel good, don't it? We gon' celebrate from now until your kids grow. When I see you, girl, this better be your ringtone. Go and get your favorite dress and throw your heels on. Tell the DJ that you wanna hear a real song. Cause it make me feel good, yeah. I said it make me look good, don't it? Friday's here. Direct deposit finally clear. I'm shining, yeah. Happy is the feeling I get. I hit the bar with GIB, I'm getting physically fit. Linda lit, politicking with intent to prevent. Somebody told me health is wealth, and I'm finna get rich. Waking up to mimosas, stripping the grits. Show my 5th grade teacher that I did it legit. Trying to show her this is real as it gets. Fighting the sickness we all wish didn't exist. I lift a shot in the air, it's a toast to life. Nothing worth having comes overnight. Everything costs, who knows the price? Nothing wrong with trying to promote what's right, but most people never take their own advice. Just left the dot, got checked, I feel good. It feel good, don't it? I just left my job, got my check, I feel good. It feel good, don't it? We gon' celebrate from now until your kids grow. When I see you, girl, this better be your ringtone. Go and get your favorite dress and throw your heels on. Tell the DJ that you wanna hear a real song. Cause it make me feel good.
Are we ready over here? Oh, we're ready. I can hear my voice, man. We here, man. Labor Day, we working. Because I say it's Labor Day. So, what's Labor Day? Labor Day is recognizing all the people, and I'm talking about all the people, not just one portion. All the people that built this country that I love so much because I'm obsessed with America. I've been obsessed with America since I was 10 years old. Everybody knows that. So Labor Day is in recognition of those people. And you know what? We decided to come here on Labor Day. Yes?
That's right. You gotta work on Labor Day.
You gotta do. We're working on Labor Day, man. Redhead and Blondie, we're working on Labor Day. And our AD, the general, of course, without AD, we're doing nothing. We can't even put Liddy up because AD, right? She's got a trick. I don't know how you. Liddy is always drunk somehow. I don't know what's going on, man. You always got Liddy. You know what to do with Liddy. You know what to do with this Liddy? Nobody knows what to do with this Liddy. That's the Liddy. That's the problem. This is the problem, Liddy. So anyways, we're here. We're happy. And who did I bring you today? I brought you my girl, Ashley Hill.
What's up?
Yeah, Ashley Hill from the Hill family. And the Hill family is the Toki Hill family. Let's talk about that. So who's your father? Come on. Show
Hill.
off, baby. Go.
Where do we start?
Let's start there. He's the first world karate champion. Really.
Yeah. He's the first American to win the world championships in karate, which was a big deal because.
What year was that, man?
1980.
1980.
And it was in Madrid, Spain, and it's a big deal because it was favored for the Japanese fighters to win, and he went in there with his red, white, and blue and just dominated.
And he's a little
Took that
skinny
medal.
white guy with blonde hair. He looks adorable.
He
He
can
looks.
throw down though.
He's gonna kill me. But he's like, you know what I mean. He looks like an all-American boy. But
Yeah,
he's vicious.
Yeah, I mean, when you meet him, he's sweet. He's like a teddy
He's
bear.
adorable. He's the best. I
but it-
love. You know, I love your father. He's a great guy.
Yeah, he's awesome. But yeah, if you cross him, I wouldn't want to be in his path. But other than that, he's pretty sweet.
Yeah, on the regular.
Yeah.
So, with that said, what I wanted to ask you is, how was it to grow up with a father like that? I mean, I grew up without a father. I would appreciate to have a father that can come and kick everybody's ass when they bother you, right? I mean,
Yeah.
how was that?
No, I was really fortunate because I got to see him, give back to a lot of people, and he didn't really have to do that. Everybody,
He's
looked
very
up to him and
generous.
stuff, and he really devotes a lot of his time to athletes and just people in general, trying to get them to where they want to be in life. And
He
through
coaches a lot of
fitness,
people, right? He's
Yeah,
behind a lot
yeah.
of people's successes,
Yeah.
including
myself. Yeah,
I
he's
mean,
my
he did,
coach.
right? Yeah,
yeah.
he's coached you.
He just turned 60 this
What?
July.
Your father's
so-
60?
I know. He
Are you
doesn't look like
serious?
he's gonna kill me for saying that.
What?
but- No,
Toki,
he's
you're
serious.
60? Holy cannoli, bro. What?
But he's still giving back. I mean, he's still working with athletes.
Yeah, he looks
He
younger than
travels
me.
a lot. Supermodel
What's going
over
on here? It's the supplements. We want to talk about the supplements. The supplements, Toki.
Yeah.
Anyways, so meanwhile, I have to say a couple words about your mother. Your mother is like the cutest little, right?
Yeah.
I mean, your
actually,
mother-
she keeps my dad in line. So,
Oh, we
yeah,
know.
she's
We all know
sweet,
that.
and then-
We all know
listen,
that. She's
yeah.
she's the real thug.
She's the black belt.
She's the black belt in
family.
life.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. No, but she has a really strong fitness background too. I mean, she was a gymnast.
Oh, I didn't know that.
She's a really
I
good
never knew
gymnast. She was an all-star cheerleader. She was like the best cheerleader in her,
In their
her-
times,
in
which
her
is not
time.
an
Yeah,
easy
she was-
thing.
Well, I mean, in her school and things like that, and she went off to college and did stuff like that. But yeah, they both gave me really positive fitness background.
And you got a bunch of, right, brothers, sisters,
Yeah, I have-
a big family.
I have an older sister.
Everybody's
2
beautiful with
brothers,
blue eyes
you
and
know,
blonde.
Healthy, God bless. Yeah, they're definitely healthy. They're great. They all grew up with a really positive fitness background, and they all.
You
give
grew up in
back.
Ohio, didn't you?
No, I grew up in New York. I grew up in Long Island.
But you go very often in Ohio.
yeah, I spent my
because he's-
summers in Ohio.
And there's a
so-
school there too, right? Toki
Yep.
Hill. There's a.
There's-
So let's say Toki's locations. We got a location on
Yeah,
Long Island, right?
he has a location in Port Washington, Long Island.
For all our Long Islanders.
Yeah.
See, I brought you a Long Islander. Now we get unity is about everybody. So I'm bringing you everybody from everywhere. Don't be worried. I'm gonna grab everybody that has something positive to say. And the reason why I brought Ashley, it's because of the fitness part, right? For gut check. It's important. We're gonna talk about a lot of fun stuff. So we clarified where you're from and all that good stuff. Now we're gonna talk about you. I want to know who you. What's tell me your credentials here in the karate world.
Oh, I don't know. I was on the U.S. team for a long time. I represented the United States around the world. I took 2 world medals.
Me too. I represent the United States around the world.
You do. Got checked, baby.
Got checked,
You
baby.
got checked out there.
Yes.
So I represented the United States around the world, and I was fortunate enough to see a lot of different countries, and
Matter of fact, you're going to Germany
tomorrow.
Tomorrow, thank
Tomorrow.
you. Tomorrow, go to
night,
Germany.
Germany.
And then next week we're going to Vegas
Yeah.
with me.
That's right. A lot of traveling.
A lot of travel.
But yeah, I mean, I grew up in a gym basically. My dad owned a karate school in Long Island, and in my diapers I was like on the dojo floor, which is a karate school. We call it dojo.
If you, I'm gonna piss Ashley off. I think it's on YouTube. If you really want to see how vicious this cute little pumpkin is it on where is that video that I saw on Facebook where you freaking somebody either punched you in the nose and your nose was broken, or you punched somebody in the
you're
nose.
gonna bring this up.
Yeah, I had to bring that up. Like some vicious, ugly stuff, man. What was that
Listen,
about? What fight was that?
I usually keep my hands up, but this time I
What
got
was
caught
that?
up and I got punched by a girl from Canada, and she broke my nose, and then I had to, retaliate. I had to get her back and take the gold medal.
You heard?
No, it was actually.
Meanwhile, Liddy would be on the floor crying, calling somebody
No, I
from
don't
the
know
Bronx
about
to help
that.
me.
I don't know about that. No, but yeah, it's on YouTube. There's a lot of fights that you can watch and get used to, like karate fights on YouTube, and karate's an Olympic sport now. So it
Olympic
just
sport,
changed the game
Olympic,
for
in which
karate.
it's a big deal. How long did they've been trying, right? The federation. How long?
Since my father won even before him, but since
1980.
he won in 1980, they were like, okay, Toki, stay in the game for a few more years. You're
Yeah,
gonna
we'll
go to
do
the
it. Yeah, a
Olympics.
few more years.
And then a decade went by. All
And
right,
then another
2 more
decade.
years.
Yeah.
And
Meanwhile, it's 30 years later.
yeah, seriously. And I actually retired from fighting for 4 years, and I heard that the Olympics was coming around, so I said, oh God, I gotta come back. So this is
Am I invited? Am I coming? Can I come?
I'm
somewhere?
trying to get you come. I'm trying to get you to come to Germany.
Lady wants
Book
to
a
go.
flight tomorrow.
Lady wants to go. Lady loves to go places and do things and see people and learn. I just love to learn and.
Listen, you guys can jump in.
Actually, I'm gonna. Okay, so can I say something? I know it's like I gotta brag. My little son, yes, my Janusi, if you're watching, my little Janusi, right? What is he?
Yeah.
9 years old, won the gold medal at this past
National champion.
national
2017
champion. My
national
little guy. I
champion.
know. So in case somebody hurts me, I got my Janusi.
That's right. You guys little bodyguard.
Good job, Janusi, if you're watching.
Yeah.
So that is basically. So now you're going to Germany for what again? What are you doing in Germany?
Germany is a K1 event, so it's one of the open tournaments to qualify you to get into the Olympic qualification. So this is one of the last big tournaments that will seat you.
So if you basically pass this, I guess.
Yeah, if I do well, and it's all point based. So
I know. I'm trying to learn about these points. It's like people don't understand. I learned that with my son, the little that I know.
yeah.
Say it again.
Talking to people tuning in.
We got AD. AD is like, ADs are like publicists.
Sorry. Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
Hi.
Hi,
So
Jesse.
what I was
Hi,
saying is.
Ohio.
Ohio.
Hey, who's in Ohio? Ohio.
Cincinnati, baby.
We love Ohio, baby.
Yeah. That's right.
I don't know anybody in Ohio other than you.
Yeah.
But so I was learning
Yes,
about this
correct,
point
yeah.
situation and stuff. People think, when you look, because I was looking at my son fighting, you think it's, it doesn't make any sense unless you really know, the whole situation with these
Yeah.
points. Any little thing, you're disqualified. You can't
Yeah.
hit on the face, you can do this, you can do that. So, I learned that it's not as easy as, as it seems.
Yeah, it's
You know.
it's
It's very technical.
It's very technical.
Yeah.
You have to, focus your techniques to a certain point of area of the body. And whereas like UFC and K1 and things like that, you can basically, it's by knockout and really
Yes.
a lot of things.
And that's
go,
for
not everything. They're
for
still very
kumite,
focused,
because I learned a couple of things. There's kumite and there's kata.
yeah,
And,
there you go.
and actually, the little I know, because I have a lot of friends on Facebook from Italy, and a lot of Italians are supposed to be very good at kata. I see, right? They're they're
Yeah,
very good
yeah.
with the whole form of it, or form of karate. Yes.
The Italian team is actually very good. They do really well in kata and kumite, which is kata is form. So if you think of like gymnastics routine,
Yes,
that's
yes,
like kata.
yes.
And
Kia!
kumite is fighting.
Oh,
That's where you throw down.
That's I did that in the basement with my kids. So that's your thing. So the Olympic Games, that's right.
Yeah.
Then we got more interesting things, and that's where Ashley and I, right, we linked up and really started brainstorming, and with your father also, and really thinking about a big picture and a bright future when it comes to prevention, fitness, and all this good stuff. Because at the end of the day, for us, trying to create a wellness brand, fitness is key. Why is fitness key, you think, in the prevention of disease or cancer in general? Your take on that?
Yeah, I mean, fitness in general is good for your mind and body. You stay young and healthy. You're sweating, which releases the toxins, which we
Yes.
talked about earlier.
Yeah.
It's also good for your mental, your mind and stuff. It relieves stress.
Yeah.
And that
Stress is not good because it's the worst, I think,
No.
for your immune system.
Yeah, it's the worst.
And at the end of the day, cancer is an immunodeficiency, I think. It's really your immune system failing you and not working properly,
Right.
and letting bad stuff grow,
Right.
if you want to put it, on a simple.
Fitness, working out also releases endorphins, makes you feel good. You're happy.
Feel good.
Yeah. You
Yeah,
gotta
we
feel good.
gotta. We have to make. I'm adamant that we have to make a fitness video with the song "Feel Good."
I think we should
Right?
do it.
I think
I'm
we
down
should
for
do
that.
it.
Right
So you
after
know what?
Germany.
Listen, right after Germany.
We'll film it in Vegas.
Yeah, there we go. Vegas.
Vegas.
Hey, at the casino, at the roulette table.
Yeah.
My favorite. No, keep me away from the casinos, please. So since we spoke about that, let's talk about what we are trying to work on. We got checked. What we're trying to work on, I was very interested when Ashley showed me this belt, right? You call it a
Yeah.
belt?
Yeah, I mean,
It's fitness belt
it's a-
that
it's a
she.
resistance band.
Yes. See,
Yeah.
Ashley Hill. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Fitness by Ashley Hill, baby. So,
Yeah, baby.
Ashley, ironically it's
Thank
pink.
you.
Ashley came up with this fitness belt, and tell me a little bit more about it because I'm really interested in it.
Yeah. A few years ago, I was along with my fighting, I also personal train people, and one of my biggest things that I do with my clients.
You do a lot of personal training. I know that because every
I
time
do.
I called you, you're training
I'm
somebody.
training somebody. Hold on.
You're
Yeah,
training
yeah.
somebody,
Right, the train
and you
food.
train a lot of women. Like
We'll get that going.
You train a lot of
No, I train all different types of,
housewives.
people with all different types of backgrounds. Children, adults.
she does.
Some
She does.
housewives.
She does. She does. She does.
They're getting their
That's
work
what
done
she-
too.
Yeah.
But anyway, I train a lot of athletes with resistance bands, and
That is it. Resistance
This
band.
is it, yeah.
Fitness
and
belt, resistance band.
basically, when you add resistance to a workout, it could shorten the time that you train. So if you ran a mile versus running with a resistance band, it could be like 20 minutes. So
Learning.
yeah, elevates your heart, and you burn calories, and you also tone up and get strong, and without the heaviness on the joints and things like that. So I like to hold a resistance band to my clients, so when they run, they're getting resistance. So one day I was like, oh man, I only have 20 minutes. I need a good workout, a hard workout. I'm like, how am I gonna do this? So I just figured out this invention of putting it on the treadmill, and I ran, and I was like, oh my god, I got something here. This is gonna be good. So made my workout really good.
All right. So you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna have Crazy Liddy. Liddy is a disaster. Liddy's a disaster. Yeah. Well, somebody told me that I suck at everything today. So I do. But you know what? It doesn't
No,
matter.
you definitely
There's one
don't
thing
suck.
I don't suck, and that is bringing people together. You got to give that to me. So, with that said, show me what I do with this, and why is this important for what you and I are trying to do? Which is, what were you saying earlier to me? You were saying about the chest area and all
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Talk to me.
So
Tell me that.
I didn't just want this to be like a cardio device, right? I wanted also to be multifunctional for women in general, because their upper bodies, they say, are usually weaker than males and things like that. So I said, okay, I'm going to change that. That's been out the door.
We don't like anything
So,
weak.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And also
no.
stretching the muscles, and I thought about it too. And I met, we were hooking up together, and we were working on some stuff. And I said, wait a second, I had a client who had a cold shoulder, and I said, all right, we're gonna unfreeze that shoulder. So basically, this stretches the upper body, and you can also use this on your legs, tone your legs up. So it's multifunctional.
Multifunctional.
You know.
But how would you, like earlier you told me, how would you, like you said, strengthen the muscles for us,
Yeah.
because you said to me also for women that post-surgery,
Yeah.
for women that never had a problem with that, for everybody pretty much,
For you
for a
just,
safe chest.
I thought it's really important to stretch your muscles after you
Show
work
me
out.
how you were doing
So-
earlier, or should I do it? Who's
no,
doing
yeah,
it?
I'll show you and then you do it. So basically, you put it behind your back like this, and it'll stretch out your pecs right over here and your shoulders. You could also work your back, things like that, and try it. See how you feel.
Oh boy.
I've
Okay.
been trying to get Linda to work out for a long
I know,
time.
Linda
Now she's gonna
can't do it. Okay,
You
hold
can
on,
do it.
so-
Put it behind. Put
Yes.
it behind. Right. Now go down.
Yeah.
Do you feel stretching in here?
Yeah.
Bring it straight up.
Oh, I like that.
One more
You know, can I tell you something?
No, you should really feel stretching right in here. Do
And you
feel
know
it?
what?
Really?
I think it's I think this is fantastic. I'll tell you why. Because at the end of the day, listen, especially on Long Island, how many of you do I know? I shouldn't be saying names. We all had bilateral mastectomies. It's true. We all had bilateral mastectomies. We all had chemotherapy, radiation. The chest is a mess. We know that. And I think honestly, do we exercise it? Do we do anything about it? Do we move it? I think it's a good thing. For me, it feels good to do that because I had very low mobility with my arms after, having it's called sentinel, whatever, node sentinel, whatever thing. I had biopsies, I had all kinds of surgeries, so everything is a mess. And this feels good for me to be able to, stretch this whole area, right?
Yeah,
and
this-
regain mobility.
when you're
Most of the time, I can't do any of this.
Yeah. When you're cleared by your doctors, I mean, this will allow you to work the muscle groups, and then after it'll also allow
Because
you
even
to
my
stretch.
arms are not, like I said, when you do 6 months of chemotherapy, my joints, my arms, nothing is the same.
Well, your body's
Even the
going through
brain
a
is
war.
not the same. I had chemo brain. It's called chemo brain for a reason. It's a fog that you have for a very long time. I mean, I had fog before. I was always foggy. But with chemotherapy and all this stuff, and just let's face it, anybody that had cancer, any type of cancer, forget breast, any cancer, it's a war. It's warfare on your body, your mind, your soul. You're a disaster after that. So with that said, we're going to take a break. We're going to come back, and we're going to play Stay Pretty. Right, AD? We're going to play Stay Pretty. Stay pretty, and wait for us.
Up in the morning like I wanna live my life. Ain't no stopping me from this dream of mine. You didn't make me, so you can't break me or even phase me. You so fugazi, my girls go crazy. When the beat drop, we bebop. Cancer can kick rocks, won't let it move us around like we livestock. We choosing to live, cause knowledge is power. Come join in our march, save a life every hour. And no, we won't quit, we just so legit. Got checked is the answer, we all down with it. So come raise up, till our day's up. We stay pretty, cover girls, no makeup. Never gonna fall for anything. This love I feel right here is everything. And we won't stop, cause we stay pretty. Stay pretty, stay pretty. Stay pretty, stay pretty. Stay pretty, stay pretty. We won't stop, cause we stay pretty. All of my girls, come on through. You're so beautiful. I need my sisters to hold me down and got me through. They never said that life was easy, but you only get one, so they can't defeat me. Head up and chin strong and eye of the tiger. I won't let it break me, cause I'm a survivor. So pull out your lighters and come sing it with me. All of my girls gather round, we stay pretty. We celebrate life and toast Eleonora. The cup is half full, let me pour one up for ya. So sing with me, we stay pretty. New York City to Cali, shout out Miami. Never gonna fall for anything. This love I feel right here is everything. And we won't stop, cause we stay pretty. Stay pretty, stay pretty. Stay pretty, stay pretty. Stay pretty, stay pretty. We won't stop, cause we stay pretty. Who can build us up? If not for us, we're all we got. Oh yeah. And who can build us up? If not for us, we're all we got. We all we got, yeah. Cause we got heart. Never gonna fall for anything. This love I feel right here is everything. And we won't stop, cause we stay pretty. Stay pretty, we stay pretty. Stay pretty, stay pretty. Stay pretty, stay pretty. And we won't stop, cause we stay pretty. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Cause we stay pretty. We stay pretty. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Cause we stay pretty.
Are we back? And we're back. So guess what? First of all, let's say thank you to our own Justina Valentine. She's coming up with a beautiful, I just found out not too long ago, she's coming out with her new calendar. Excuse me. Had a chemo brain for a minute. I have some fog. So anyway, she's coming out with her new calendar shortly. And that's good news, and she's doing very well. Thanks for, being one of the hardest females, hardest work. Listen, I know Justina from 2011. I always like to like to tell people the story how I met Justina. Should I say it?
Yeah.
Justina, I actually finished my last round of chemo on September 22nd, 2011. And I went out to celebrate. And I went to the city, and I went to Cipriani downtown. And I was having a good time at Cipriani. And then, of course, and it's never enough for Liddy. So I went outside, and we're standing outside because it's outside. And you got little tables outside. We're all sitting outside looking at the moon, and we hear all kinds of commotion. And I'm like, "What's going on, man? What's going on?" So we walk a couple of, I think it was a street down, and there's a little freaking spot in the wall. And Justina was performing there, 2011, man. That was 6 years ago. Can you believe that? And she was performing there. So we forgot about everything. I mean, forget it. We forgot about Cipriani. We forgot about everybody. Me and my friend Angela, I think, were the two ones left. We spent the evening with Justina. Justina was singing from Pac to Biggie. I'm not kidding. And I had the time of my life. I think, honestly, I mean, I forgot about chemo, I forgot about cancer, I forgot about everything. So after that, long story short, I go home, years go by, I start working on Got Checked with my partner Donna, and I said, one day I woke up and I said, I want to make a hip-hop song for breast cancer. Everybody laughed, as usual, they always laugh at me, which is a good sign, because that means it's a great idea in my book. And so I said, fantastic, we're making a song. So that night I said, well, why don't I remember Justina, and I had her CD, which she signed. I have it. So I said, so I went on the CD, I'm like, So then I went online, I Googled her, I said, you know what, I'm making a song with this girl. So that night I wrote to her then, manager Junior, and I wrote him a whole love emo, one of my crazy, famous, worldwide crazy emos. And I said I want to make a song with Justina, and the song with Justina we made, and it's called Stay Pretty. By the way, you can get it everywhere, everywhere music is sold. And Stay Pretty will, always remind us. Stay Pretty also has a video, which is very important to us because the video stars one of our friend Shannon Saturno from Long Island that passed away last year in July at 31 years old. So now maybe you understand the importance of what we do. So Stay Pretty, you can get Stay Pretty. Thank you, Justina. We love you. I can't wait to see you. I'm sorry I can't be naked in your calendar, but I will look at your beautiful body on it every month. So with that said, let's go back to our Ashley Hill. Ashley. So we talked about everything, right? We talked about fitness, we talked about cancer, we talked about Germany, we talked about the Olympics, karate, your father, your childhood. We talked about everything. Now, besides, because listen to me, right? You kind of remind me of me, of course, a prettier version. No. But the reason why I say, because when somebody looks at you, we're playing music. When somebody looks at you, you don't really look, to me, if I see you down the street, you don't look like, I don't know, I wouldn't say an athlete, but definitely not like a fighter.
No, I get that a lot.
I'm sure I'm not saying, like, to me, you look like a model.
Oh,
and that's that's the conversation will bring us to. My point being is that, did your good looks help you in your karate career, or were they actually an intrusion? Do you understand what I'm saying? Were people maybe not taking you? I'm just saying, because sometimes when you're good looking, people don't take you seriously on certain things. Do you agree with that? Am I in dangerous territory? I'm honest.
No, listen, in karate, no, it doesn't matter what you look like, honestly. It probably matters more what country you come from, but really when it comes down to it, a point is a point, and a call is a call, and
But you sure look good standing up with that gold medal on the podium.
That's what makes me look good is when I win a gold medal. That's the only.
I know you don't. I know with the mouth guard it's a little different. But I'm saying that when you stand up there like this, you're like, hey.
No, you know what? My country makes me look good. The colors I wear makes me look good. But really, it comes down to how you perform on the mat. But I get some shit time. Can I say that?
Of course. But I curse all the time. Everybody knows me. Forget it.
Yeah, I get.
We need AD. You need to start beeping us. Help me out on that. When we curse, go beep. Oh, you do? All right, good. No regulations. I have regulations. So, but we try. We're in good faith. Listen, we're trying to change the world here. Let's not forget. Let's not forget I always tell people we can't always do things perfectly, but at the end of the day, we have to really look at the core intention. And the intention is to uplift, to include, and to move the wheel of progress. Always. So with that said, the reason why I was telling you that is because I was trying to get to the fact that you have modeled You're with, I think, Wilhelmina, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, Wilhelmina gave me
I used to be with Wilhelmina back in the day in Los Angeles.
Ah, there we go.
Yeah,
It's all in
like
the
a
family.
30 years ago.
Yeah, Wilhelmina gave me a nice platform to be able to showcase my skill in karate. I worked with the RLX brand, Ralph Lauren. I did a pretty sick commercial with Urban Outfitters.
Ooh,
where
I
we did,
remember
like, a
that.
promo
Yes,
on
I
right?
saw that.
I was kicking
Ooh.
guys' asses. That was good.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that. And then you did, what's the other one? Urban, no, what's
Urban
the...
Outfitters. I did Powerade, a Powerade
Yes,
commercial
yes,
where
yes.
I showcased some boxing skills.
Because you also box?
Yeah, I love cross training in boxing. That's
Mm-hmm.
that's one of my favorite cross trainers. I competed a few times in boxing, but I always had the urge to kick, and I'm like, oh god, I'm gonna get disqualified. I'm gonna get banned from the sport if I kick somebody.
Should I ask you about Mayweather and McGregor? Should I ask you anything? Should I ask you your take on that? Come on, the
love
guys are gonna
Mayweather.
hate him
I'm
and they'll
sorry,
say,
I love
"Shut up."
Mayweather.
What?
I love I was rooting for Mayweather. I knew he was gonna win. That's his field. That's his, that's his craft and everything. But McGregor's good in the UFC. But you know what? He held his own. I was proud of him. He's a phenomenal fighter. But I mean, in that arena, it's Mayweather, 100%. In the UFC,
About six years ago, he was a plumber, and 10 years ago, he was homeless.
I know, and his wife over there, his woman, let's not forget. And you know what? Can I tell you something? I saw people posting that on social media, about his wife supporting and everything. Like, that's rare, and like, no. If you think it's rare, you've been hanging around the wrong women. I'm sorry. It's your problem, not mine.
yeah.
So yeah, no, I'm serious, because
Speaks the truth.
I said nothing but the truth, like Beanie Siegel says. But what I'm saying is, there are plenty of women. No, there really are. I know plenty of women that have brought their man, from the ground. They're built, behind a great man, there is a strong woman.
Right.
So.
My mother's
But that's a beautiful story. I love to hear stuff like that, I really do. And you know what? Can I tell you something? I'm going to add something to that. And when you do find those bad women, I actually have compassion for those women too, because you know what? Most of those women that took that road afterwards were women that were hurt, but the guy that they uplifted and were dropped by. So there you have it. So compassion to the gold diggers and all of them. Why? It's true, because listen, it's all life sufferance and people change. Yeah. So no judgment. Today you're doing this, tomorrow you're doing that. Do you try to do better,
That's right.
progress, and that's it. But we have open arms for everybody, and all our women got to get checked. Gotcha. So now that we spoke about that, right? My other question, so we said all the modeling, right? Are you planning to do any more modeling? And what I want to do is, what I want to ask you is acting.
I like to parlay my karate skills into acting and modeling.
Can I make a movie with you?
Let's do it. Wait, listen, we got a lot of stuff on our agenda. We gotta
Liddy's
going.
all over the place. Liddy wants to do everything. Liddy wants to do everything because Liddy is an enthusiast. And if you have no enthusiasm, then it's it. I have enthusiasm for life. That's it. I recharge myself every day. I wake up, I'm happy.
It's good to be around.
You can't tear me down, man. You can't tear me down. It's impossible.
That's right.
Many tried. So.
And they will continue to try.
It's okay. I love him.
Stay focused.
It's all good. Come. Let's all change the world together, man. So parlay into acting.
Yeah.
Now you're always in LA. I remember for a while you were in LA. You were in LA.
Yeah, when
every time.
I 2012, I think I retired for a few years from fighting. And
You're tired?
No.
I know, it sounded like retired. I'm like,
I had a 20
what should I do?
Yeah. No, I had like a 20
Hey, I have a senior citizen card. We can go. We
so
can get a
bad.
discount
so
on Red Bull. So, yes.
No, yeah. So with I had 20 years in fighting, so I had a lot of injuries. My ankles, or the ligaments in my ankles.
It's a short career. You have to admit it, right? I mean.
Yeah. You got to take care of yourself.
Yes.
That's why I'm passionate about fitness. I'm passionate about building exercise equipment that's really gonna do stuff for you and keep your body healthy. And so yeah, I went to LA and I tried some acting stuff out there. Arnold Schwarzenegger was super nice and helpful, and he let me use his office for, making photocopies of, like scripts and things like that. But I was getting wind of the Olympics, and I kept hearing little buzzes about it, and I'm thinking, oh man, if the Olympics come around, that's why I
still
bought
your
my
love.
car.
I know.
I scraped together money to buy this 2001, at the time it was like 2010, 2001 Audi, and I was like, okay, it's the Olympic rings, I'm gonna do it. You gotta focus, right? So every time I looked at my car, I'm thinking the Olympics, and finally it happened. So I was like, all right, later LA, I'm going back to New York. I was
Yes,
like,
exactly.
I called my father, he's like, not again. He's like, oh God, he's like, aren't you retired? And I'm like, it's hard for him, I guess, because I'm his daughter, and as I get older, the contact gets more severe. So when I made the U.S. team, I got like a really hard hit in the face, and I keep my hands up, and my lip was literally 3 times the size.
Not gonna
my
imagine that.
My dad, that was the last time he sat in my chair for a long time. I was like, get your ass in my chair. He's like, no. My mom didn't even go to my events anymore because they were so nervous. So when I retired, I think they were relieved, and when I came back, they were
Because I
like,
guess
"Oh,
as parents,
good job."
I guess, listen, I had my little guys out there in the nationals,
Yeah.
like, thank God that they wear all the gear and stuff, because you really want to see your kids getting hit. Although my little 2 monsters, they're pretty vicious.
They're vicious. They can handle themselves.
They can handle good. They can protect mommy, because mommy can't do anything.
I don't know about that.
So,
But yeah, I mean, back on track. I like to, anything I do, I like to do it with a purpose, and I just wanted to bring awareness with my sport and what I do, and how much karate gives back to those.
let's talk about what you do in Port Washington, because to me that's really, incredible when you talk about awareness and helping and giving back and all this good stuff, because it's really, everything I think in life should have that purpose. You can, it doesn't matter what job you have, you can always give back. It's just a decision you make. It's called action.
Yeah.
So with that said, what is it that you do? It's AD always laughs at me. She loves me, that's why. So what is it that you do? You have a special needs children classes, which I think are brilliant, and I love that. Listen, it's important. I think fitness and sports for them, right? And anything that has to do with even competing and feeling good about yourself.
Yeah, karate has a lot of different benefits to it. I mean, just forget about the obvious of keeping in shape and living kind of like a stress-free life through fitness, things like that. It also works both sides of your brain. So children with, let's say, autism or a disability, it helps them. Do things that typically they wouldn't be able to do, like punching off both sides. And in Port Washington, along with Ohio and in New York City, we have great programs that range from teaching children with attention deficit disorder.
Oh, that would have been me when I was a kid.
Me too. I was able to focus. Actually,
Still can't focus on anything.
That's because you guys do karate. No, my father was labeled like a problem child, and he definitely.
Me too.
No, listen, it's not a problem.
I'm a problem adult.
No, they didn't know how to handle kids back then. They didn't know how to handle
Oh,
kids
but
like
definitely.
That. So,
for me too, they didn't have a name for me.
Right, they just put you to the
The
side,
nuns,
right?
the nuns, they just took me, my
you in a
desk, and
corner.
put me outside.
Yeah,
That was it.
That's what happened. So basically, my dad was able to focus in on what he wanted to do in life, and karate was a big part of that. So he's developed programs for the Helen Keller Center, which is in Port Washington. He's also worked with St. Mary's, terminally ill children and adults, and
stuff like that, to me, I don't know, it's lovely, if you have any type of job and then you can extend, your vision in doing something like that, if you have a skill, any skill, and you can, really service others. I don't know, I think, I love stuff like that. I'm a romantic, so.
No, it's true, and it's good to be around people like that, because, growing up with my father, he instilled that into me and to his students and to his black belts and to the people that hang around him. Giving back is key, and that's what you gotta do.
I think the most powerful thing to me, because I know that, the issues I had with sports in general as youth, when I was young, I sucked at everything. I tried everything. And nothing. I couldn't do anything. I mean, I couldn't throw. I was horrible at everything. I mean, I did ballet, but even that, I sucked at everything. I really did. But mostly because I had no confidence, and because really nobody took the time to really help me with that. As a child, you don't build self-confidence. Right now I can, I'm an adult, so I'm able to do it on my own. I make certain choices, and that helps me build confidence. But as a child, you need, a mentor. You need somebody that can help you with that. And we really don't understand the importance of that. Really taking children and mentoring them. It's important. Yeah. I started skiing at 41 years old. At 41, finally. And guess what? Not only do I freaking love it, I'm sort of decent at it. I am decent at it. And you know what? When I went down that black diamond the first time, I was like, yo, I was like, see, but it took, a few.
Okay.
And you know what? I did.
Oh, shit.
Do you know, if I can tell you, nothing ever gave me such a feeling, because when there's a certain area in your life that everybody bashes on you, I always I was told that I wasn't athletic, I couldn't do it, it's not for you, look at you, no, and then you do it, it's a big, for me it was like
confidence booster.
But then I was like, look at this, if somebody would have helped me, maybe I could have been an athlete. My point being is the mentoring. It's important to have a mentor, and somebody that follows you and helps you, you know what I mean? Yeah. Helps you build confidence. So that's important. That's what we do really with Got Checked, with children, with all this stuff that we do. Because you can't make good choices unless you're confident and aware and self-aware. And you can't be self-aware unless you really know what's going on around you and you have some confidence. Otherwise, you're just sleeping and you're confused. So with that said, it's true. So that is something that I think it's brilliant, and I hope, like I said, I hope to partner with you and do stuff, further with that. So now, what we're going to talk about, the supplements.
Yes.
Get the supplements, because I want to talk about the supplements. I'm interested in that a lot. A lot. Because Liddy's always looking for opportunities, and you know what? If you knock at enough doors, one is going to open. You agree? Yes? Everybody agrees with me? Yes? Give me an applause for that. If you're knocking enough, yeah, okay. If you're knocking enough, nobody's applauding. Yay! Nobody's knocking. If you knock at enough doors, a door will open. So let's talk about this important stuff. Come on, I'm excited. So here we go. About a week ago, I spent the morning with your father, Toki Hill, Mr. Toki Hill. And he has now his own line of supplements, right? Yes. Now, the reason why I sat with your father is because who better than an athlete to have a supplement line, and who better than an athlete to speak to regarding something like that? You want to partner with somebody that it's in the, in the fitness industry.
Right.
So I was very interested in that because I always felt like, Got Checked, we should have some type of supplements, something, there's so much out there with, all this good stuff and, all these concoctions to feel better and blah, 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 blah. I don't know a thing about it. What I do know is that I love life and I'm great at looking for people and they know what they're doing, because I don't. So with that said, that caught my eye. So Toki Hill, here we go, his little logo, right? Mm-hmm. Mr. Toki Hill has already his own line of supplements. I know he told me about this creatine. I mean, all this stuff that, these are all, he was explaining to me that there, like anything out there, there's a difference between supplements and supplements. That a lot of things out there are not really pure, are not created in a pure environment. And so the grade of it, it's really, lacking. So a lot of his stuff are created in the best environment, right? You're going to talk to me about it, where and how and all that good stuff.
So basically, after my father won the World Championships in 1980, he later became the head coach for Team USA. And in 1999, he was awarded the Olympic Coach of the Year award, and outstanding coach actually of the year, because his team took so many medals at the Pan American Games out of every sport. So it's huge. So he's very familiar with the USADA ban list and things like that, and it's so important that he tries to educate his athletes on what to and guide them on what to take that won't
extends
hurt them.
From just being a coach to also, right? To a lifestyle.
Right, it is a lifestyle.
To a lifestyle,
right,
yes.
Exactly. He tries to create a lifestyle for his athletes and just educate them. And so he found that a lot of
We're in Brooklyn. Can you hear it? I don't know if that's a parade. I'm sorry to interrupt. We're in Brooklyn. Can you hear the music? That's why I love it here, man. I love it. All right, let's go back. So,
No, yeah. So basically, he wanted to create his own line. So he knew that his stuff was.
where is this made, man? He told me. Is that in Ohio?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. This stuff is made in Ohio, and basically, he started his own nutrition line so he could guide his athletes in the right direction. He knows what's in it. He knows that it's going to be pure, and he's expanding on that. So it's one of his new ventures that he's doing.
I'm interested. There are a lot that we could, like I said, for us, fitness is one of the main things we've got checked, being a wellness brand, fitness, nutrition, and so forth. And of course, today it's really important with all the supplements. Like I was telling your father, I'm a gummy bear. I'm a gummy bear girl. I take all kinds of gummies. I take DHA gummies. I take multivitamin gummies, all kinds of gummies because it's easy, Lily loves everything easy and
What
fast.
about the Flintstones?
The Flintstones, all kinds of things. So, but because of, like I said, the importance for us to be, the prevention, in the
Yeah.
prevention, early prevention, this would make a lot of sense for us to have some type of supplement. So we're working on that. We're always working. Listen, something always comes out. When you're always working, something comes out. I was thinking about it earlier. I was like, I remember clearly about maybe, I don't know, could be 7, 8, 10 years ago. I remember clearly Will Smith in an interview saying, when they asked him why does he think he's successful, he said, when other people are on vacation, I'm working. When other people are having sex, I'm working. When other people are eating, I'm working. When other people are having a good time in a club, I'm working. So my thing is, if you keep working, something will work out.
Yeah,
So with that said, this is what we're trying to, right?
Yeah.
Try to work out with you guys. Is this amplifying to more things? I mean, is this just staying within the
Basically,
any more lifestyle things that your father, is working on? Because I know, listen, he's got a brand of his own already. He's the brand.
Yeah. Well, honestly, he's now the director of coaching for USA Karate, and he sits on the chair for the PKF and for the WKF, which is the World Karate Federation. So, he's doing a lot of things, and he's always educating himself. He's always learning. He's always seeing, the changing in the sports, and he's
a legend, man. What's the ring that he had that day?
That's his world championship ring.
That's his world championship ring. I have a picture with it. I was like, show the ring, man. Show the ring.
I was like, I want one of those rings.
I know.
I look at
It's
it,
like,
I'm thinking,
the thing is humongous.
Yeah,
It's like as
yeah.
big as my hand.
Yeah.
So he's a legend, really.
He is a legend, but you know what? The biggest thing that he is someone who he's just a person with a vision that is 100% giving back. He's 100% for the athletes, and that's how this nutrition line came out. He wanted to make sure that his athletes wouldn't test positive on a ban list, because listen, you could take something.
Tell me about that.
You
What
could
is that
take
about, man?
something over the counter, like a let's say a protein drink, and it could have something in it that tests positive on the ban list, and nobody knows about it, and it's nothing that's gonna
Are you serious?
Yes, that's why certain athletes, you have to educate yourself. You have to know what you're doing. You have to know what you're putting in your body. Not just for sports, but for in life, because it may not affect you now, but it will affect you in the future. And you just need to educate yourself. So he educated himself, and now he came out with
And he knows
his
his
line.
stuff.
Yeah.
Let me ask you something. What do you think in karate? Like, what do you honestly think was the main reason for his success? Like, why was Toki Hill a champ, like a world champ? Like, honestly, what was it? Was his dedication? Was he, is he like, physically just gifted beyond belief? Like, what were the ingredients that you think made your father who your father is? I'm just curious.
Knowing
From
him,
your eyes.
Yeah, from me knowing him and growing up with him as my father and also my coach, I've seen a lot of qualities in him that he's very diligent, he's very dedicated, he's hardworking, and he's honest. He doesn't bullshit. He worked at his craft, and he's respectful. All those things, will only take you to.
You're a daddy's girl.
Oh yeah.
You're a daddy's girl.
I'm a mama's girl too.
Yeah,
I
but
love my mom.
you love your daddy though. Come on.
I'm love
That-
both of them.
right?
Yeah, no, I love both.
But I'm
of
just
them.
saying, your daddy's a star. You know, he's you
I
guys
gotta
did.
say,
the-
I think I like to think of myself as a strong woman, and that definitely comes from my mother. My father's
Oh,
a
you-
huge advocate for women. He wanted me to be independent. He wanted me to be strong. He wanted me to make my own money. He wanted me to make my own decisions. I got married recently 2 years ago, and he told me, he said, "You're a Hill at heart." You know what I'm saying? Like, you're a Hill. That's my last name, Hill. And he said, "You're gonna make your own decisions, and you're never gonna rely on anybody." And you know, that came from him.
It's the
but-
fight. It's a fighter mentality, really. If you
no,
think.
it is. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
My mother also. She was my dad's backbone. You know, he traveled a lot. She had 4 kids, young, and you know, they're a really good representation of a marriage and how people work together. You know,
Great people, man. I love both. I love your mother. Your mother's a little Barbie doll. She is.
fierce
She's
little
a
Barbie doll.
she is. She is. But those are the ones I told you. Like I said, see, like never underestimate and never underestimate. Especially, yeah, I get that all the time. People think that I'm vulnerable and adorable and weak and
And the
silly,
nails grow.
but you know, I made it to this country, so I'm good. My thing is now that I wanted to ask you is let's talk about Vegas. So what's the Vegas story? How did why am I going to Vegas? That's what I want to know.
listen, Vegas,
Anybody can tell me how did I end up going to Vegas?
September is always when the Mr. Olympia happens in Las
It
Vegas
does.
at the Las
And
Vegas Convention
not
Center.
everybody knows about a Mr. Olympia.
So, Mr. Olympia is one of the biggest fitness, it is the biggest fitness competition for bodybuilders. And they also now have like a fitness weekend, so there's combative sports there. There's booths, there's, thousands, hundreds of thousands of people that walk through the door. So there's something for everybody. It's a family event. And really, the who's who in fitness will be there. So I mentioned to Linda, I said, you have to get your brand, your awareness out in Las Vegas.
you know, amongst Everlast and all the big guns,
Right,
got
right.
checked, baby. We're
That's
coming
right.
through.
So we'll be there with all the huge muscles and the supplements and
Yeah.
the protein powders and the shakes, and we're gonna have got checked there. So
Got check
everyone gets
shake.
checked.
Okay. Check shake and pass on the floor.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't put the kid in there. Yes, and you know what? Listen, I'm very grateful because that's. I'm not gonna say, but that's not something you just walk into. And I know I'm very grateful to your father and you and your family, the Hill family, for allowing me this opportunity. We actually bring in our guy Mikey Claxton, right? Our basketball family, because we of the Claxtons, Speedies and all the good stuff.
That's right.
So Mikey's gonna be coming with So Hoodie, my boy Matt Fine in the hood from Long Island, because we got all kinds of connections. And you know what? I love to work together with people. I don't understand why sometimes people make it hard for that to happen. I don't understand it. We're all going to this, we're all doing the same thing. We're just a bunch of people in a large space. That's it. There's no secrets. So working together, there's no such a thing as conflict because each of us are different. There's no conflict. What conflict? I'm me. You. I can't do what you can do, and you can't do what I can do. So that's it. You do you, I do me. We're good.
Right.
And then together we can do more. So that's always my motto. Always. With that said, I'm excited about Vegas.
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
Right?
There's lots of people coming with all
I
different.
mean, I'm a little intimidated, again.
intimidated for what?
Because I'm not athletic, man. I've always been told
You
I'm
gotta
not.
stop telling yourself what you're
That's why
not.
I'm not like somebody that goes and like dips in a pool because I feel silly because I feel unathletic. It's a complex I've been carrying my entire life.
Oh, we're gonna get rid of that. 'cause
You know,
you gotta
like,
stop saying you can't. 'cause
The
you
only time
can.
I'm confident if you want to talk about, let's say, language, and then we can, yes, and I can read the dictionary inside out. That, yes. But when it comes to sports, I just have a little bit of a complex.
Yeah, you just whipped out fluent Spanish. I'm like, what? In the car,
Yeah,
I was
that
so
language is
impressed.
because I like to talk.
No,
And
I
so,
was
yeah, that's
surprised.
why.
I was like, whoa. I was like,
Listen, can I
okay.
tell you something? When I first came to this country, I landed in Los Angeles. I lived in Los Angeles for 8 years. I remember going to a party, and actually, you want to hear something funny? The party I went to, believe it or not, back in the day, this was in 91, some crazy stuff. I didn't speak a word of English, and I went with Mark Dacascos, which is an actor and somebody that did a lot of martial arts movies, and it was Lorenzo Lama's birthday party. I'm not kidding you, 1991 or 92. One thing I remember is people were coming. I was straight from Italy. I didn't have my attitude was, reserved because I didn't speak the language. And people would come around and say, hey, you'd like to have a drink, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I don't understand. And they're like, oh, yeah, I'll be right back with the drink. And they never come back. I'm like, what the hell? So I was like, you know what? I better learn the language. I said, nobody's talking to me. So I learned the language, obviously. Took a little while. But before learning, the most important thing is forget learning the language, is learning the culture that, was more important for me. And that took a while. And not only the culture is so various in this country. There's so much to learn and so many different people. And I fell in love with that variety. And that's why I'm so adamant and angry when people try to tell me that there's one color America, when I know very well that when I first walked in here, I loved the fact that there was a rainbow of colors. And walking down the street in Los Angeles, you had people wearing all kinds of different clothes from different, you had the hip hoppers, you had the Indian turban, you had everything. And I love that. That's what this country is made of. Don't forget it. All right, we're taking a break. We're listening to Socrates. Socrates the Dawn, my boy, baby. Yes, that's right. Yeah, new single out. Yes, with Sweet Speeds. Go get it. New single. Hardworking guy.
These gospel senses murders like damn, bruh. Why they gunning man down with his hands up? Live on camera for the world to see, but still lie under oath and say try. Fed up. I'm sick and tired of the bullshit. I drop down to my knees and pray, hope the Lord make a better way. I can't sleep at night. I'm about to lose my mind. Sick and tired of the bullshit. I'm sick and tired of the bullshit. Yeah. These gospel senses murders like damn, bruh. Why they gunning man down with his hands up? Live on camera for the world to see, but still lie under oath and say try to reach. And no repercussion, precious life taken. It's paid leave and vacation. Wonder why my people fed up running out of patience, ready to run in the station with the guns blazing. Obama gave us all to get us out the slump. Just for some rigged folks to elect Donald Trump. See, with a black man, he can take pictures in the end. I bet he give a about what can we do? It's depressing when you watch the news. Mass shootings in churches and grade school. See, I'm a rebel with a cause, so we gon' rise. So when it's time, I put my life on the line. I'm sick and tired of this bullshit. I drop down to my knees and pray, hope the Lord make a better way. I can't sleep at night. I'm about to lose my mind. Sick and tired of the bullshit. I'm sick and tired of the bullshit. We went for being locked and changed and lynched and hanged. They put bullets in the back and still kill us the same. Systematic racism, a well alive to give your black more time for the same crime. Now lost minds glorified, putting in the work. What good is it when you face with a rest in peace shirt? We pledge allegiance to the turf till we in the dirt. But all it calls is broken homes and family hurt. And why our brothers be so quick to kill on? Over colors and blocks we never own. Tired of preaching to cause that a good say. The streets will send you to the pen over early grade. Only America is what to say. Where they murder you like MLK and give you a holiday. See, I'm a rebel with a cause, so we gon' rise. So when it's time, I put my life on the line. I'm sick and tired of this bullshit. I drop down to my knees and pray, hope the Lord make a better way. I can't sleep at night. I'm about to lose my mind. Sick and tired of the bullshit. Sick and tired of the bullshit, yeah. Now I drop down on my knees and I pray the Lord to change the hearts of people. Lead us not in temptation, but deliver us from this evil. Sick and tired of the bullshit, yeah.
Good? Back we are. It's all about the music, all about the music. Why can people understand the music is the vector? That's why I always listen to music. I wake up, I listen to music. I go to sleep, I listen to music. I'm always listening to music. I'm adamant that my children listen to all kinds of music. I grew up listening to classical music. I spent years, I was obsessed with classical music. I know my favorite composer, Dvorak. I don't know for those of you that know. I always like the dark stuff. I like Dvorak, I like Tchaikovsky, I like dark stuff. I like people that, that translate pain through their music, pain and struggle. And that's why I like hip hop, because hip hop is really about pain, struggle, and winning, in America that, looks like a dream, but it's a hard place to live in. So now I'm going to ask you, we got more music. I'm going to ask you a couple more things, Ashley Hill. So now we spoke about pretty much everything, right? So now I want to ask you, what does Gachakt mean to you? Like, what do you know about Gachakt? What does it mean to you?
Well, a few years ago when you introduced me to Gachakt and we went to the annual gala for Gachakt.
Yes, remember that?
When you think of breast cancer and things like that, you don't think of somebody who's in their 20s or even 30s. You think of somebody who's a little bit older, right?
Yes.
So when I was exposed to all this, it really opened my eyes and it really made me aware of, you have to educate yourself on your health and you have to get checked, even though the doctors say, oh, you're only 20-something years old, you don't really need a mammogram or you don't need to get checked. And, you're bringing knowledge to people who, like myself, who are younger and wouldn't even know about these things.
So you were let's talk about the video that you did for us, right? Which we just spoke about it, right?
Yeah.
The song is called "Cause You're Disrupting Me." It's called. We got AD dancing. You can't see it. She's dancing. I have ADHD, just for all those So if you're gonna move over there, I'm gonna be looking, and I'm gonna lose track of everything that I said thus far. So never distract Linda, because Liddy is all over the place. Liddy's listening to the people downstairs talking. I'm looking at the bird up there. I'm looking at her dancing.
You know how you help that, right?
Well, how?
Karate.
I know. So karate. Karate's next. I'm going for karate. I'm going for the Olympics, baby.
That's right.
So you were in a video of ours, our second video.
Yeah.
And the song is called "Cause We're Getting Up." Mm-hmm. And what were you doing in the video?
We were...
I picked you for a reason, Barbie.
Yeah. No, we were kicking cancer's ass. That's basically what we did.
Do you remember how I approached you? I'm just curious, because you know me. I don't remember. How did that go down? What, I called you and I said...
Send me the video to play on air.
I know.
Didn't know
It's
you
on
did that.
YouTube. It's on YouTube. So we're going to play it. Play it. All right, try.
I think we were in the karate school in Port Washington, and
Yes.
you just...
I just came out with it.
You were working on this song, and you were thinking about it, and I think you were getting creative with it. And you
I
were
wrote
like-
that song.
Yeah, you wrote the song, yeah.
The song was a diss to cancer.
Yeah,
Everybody
yeah.
was laughing at me. As usual.
No,
Yes, and then I remember I had the idea for the video, "Cause We Getting Up." It's called "Cause We Getting Up." And I remember thinking, I wanted to have a really, fighter in there.
Yeah.
It was going to be either you or Ixen Bekis, which we know
Yeah.
from the karate school. And then you ended up being really the coach in the video, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And you're like the sexy coach.
Oh, I don't know about that.
And then we had our
Coach.
friend Janine, our friend
Oh,
Janine.
Janine, the
She's
body-
the
the
what she called,
bouncer.
yes, the bouncer.
The
She's the
bouncer.
bouncer. We had Janine
She
as a
was
bouncer.
phenomenal.
Donna and I are in the video because
Yeah.
I'm like Puffy. Put myself in the videos, of course. Save money. So, anyways, it was a great. It was a great experience.
You know, I
Agree?
really liked your creative feel on that. It really came to life. Like it really made sense to a lot of people, and it was a strong video, and
Thank
the
you.
lyrics are strong, and the whole song was, it really relates to I think everybody.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. It was supposed to, the first song we had, like I said, was, pretty much a day in the life of Shannon Saturno and the struggle that she went through. God bless her. Do the sign of the cross. Everything pretty much that is going on at this point. It's really in her name. I mean, I can't even begin to, I'm not even going to get into that because there's so much, but we're going to vindicate her for her family for at least a second. Now, of course, we can't bring her back. I'll be honest with you, I'm never going to make sense of why a 31-year-old mother lost her life like that. And there's a little girl, there's an orphan and a husband, and the whole entire family is, lost her. I'm never going to make sense. I think about it over and over. It just doesn't make sense. My way of dealing with it was to just create content and go and push further, in the only way I know how, which is, like a bully, go out there and just, start a fire, basically. So the second song, the song that the video that you were in was supposed to be